Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida, Expressionist at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard with an 18 by 24 inch edge catcher made of corrugated plastic that came from a puzzle kit that I found in a junk store. So we're going to get that out of there. Maybe we're not. Why don't we just use that for the moment? I have been craving a dustpan pour, and I have some great colors, as per usual. I'm going to start by giving myself a base of white and no rules at all. I have a new color here. There it is. I found out if you try and mix these bottles without the marble, that's a fool's errand. There is some iridescent pearl in there, but I didn't see it show up, and I used quite a bit of it, so I'm thinking I'm probably not going to use a whole lot more of that unless I see it show up when this painting dries. Alright, so I had a bunch of colors I really enjoyed, and I think they're going to go some more white. I'm trying to use more white than anything else, but it doesn't seem to be working as well as I was kind of thinking it would, but I don't seem to be able to force myself very well to do that. But it's neither here nor there, because I'll add more colors or I'll add more white as I go. That has got some, that's either a metallic cobalt blue or it's got some iridescent pearl fine from golden mixed into it. So this is a please myself moment because I can. The name of my book on the Amazon link, Volume 1. There is a Volume 2 coming out. Hopefully, cross your fingers for Christmas. I sincerely hope so. I'm editing and I got to 87 today so far, and I'm hoping to be 10% away from being finito. Although there's a lot more work to do after the edits. If you guys got any questions you want answered, now's a really good time to give them to me, because they might go in the book. So those are a bunch of strange colors, and that's okay. This is a stranger color still, but I want to use it. And I want to use it with these other colors that it looked so pretty with. And that copper and that orange iridescent are very close to each other, and there's the blue I wanted. And this is a good time for me to experiment. It doesn't actually matter, in my opinion, for me at least, what colors I start with. I'm going to put that to the side. I'm going to pull out my OXO omelet turning spatula, best paint spreading spatula I know of, and give myself permission to add some paint to the surface of the canvas. I think I shook this. I guess we'll find out in a minute. That's quite a bit of paint, but I want a layer of paint so that I can flow. Whoa, I don't want to dump my dustpan over. I really, really don't want to do that. Let's move that a little bit further away from me. It almost just turned the handle right around in its little support. So if I make this thick enough, then even the fact that you can see some of the canvas showing shouldn't make any difference, because as I pour my dustpan, all bets are off. I'm planning on giving myself permission to find the balloon, pull out the chains, use a basting brush if I want to, add more colors, you name it. I have permission to do it. I do like the half black and half white canvases. I'm trying to break it up so it's not a very hard diagonal or a very equidistant diagonal on both sides. I don't know if I said that right, but I'm sure you got it anyway. I want an uneven line down the center, and I'm going to keep wiping my spatula off on the edge of the canvas where I can see the paint is receding, and hope it's not going to make any difference. It's a rather large canvas for this 16-inch tile that I keep on my turntable. So it's bound to get bound up on things once in a while, and I'm going to try not to worry about that. I'm going to use the schmutz in my spatula right here. Every time I do something different, adding, yes, we hear you. Oh my goodness. Somebody's proclaiming their territory. I'm back. Alright. The murder of crows is forming, it sounds like. So I don't mind that white having the schmutz in it at all. So much so. So I'm just going to give myself the ultimate permission to go where I want, when I want, and move that bottle of white out of my way, because I seem to keep running into it. And I'm going to take my spatula whenever there's some paint on it and slap it against an edge, because the less paint I have to buy, the better off I am. And if I use it, I don't have to buy it. I do like making the black and whites, but I will use those colors. And we have my dog as a visitor right now. I offered to play rock with him before I was recording, so it's not my fault. He's not getting what he wants. Yes, making black and whites, especially when the cells are popping. There is no silicone in my paint mixtures. My pouring recipe is below the video. And I do religiously use GAC 800 by Golden, which is a pouring medium, to make sure that my paint doesn't crack when it dries when I leave it heavy, and I often leave it heavy. And I have enough paint on there so that I could tip it, but I think I'm just going to take a chance. I'm going to use my finger for a second, because my finger is right there. And it's the best tool you have. It's also good to have a bucket of water close by you can rinse your painty hands off in. Well, hopefully you're seeing a lot of that, because I know some of it's bound to be out of your vision. That's just me taking my time and making sure everything's covered. I also have some acetate sheets, little cardstock. Oh, and I know what else I've got. Where is it? I've got this cool tool, which is, when I can make it work right, going to create some wonderful texture and some patterns. But I really wanted to do that, so let's just play a minute. Make some dots. Pouncing. Let's see what happens when we scrape it. We lose the cool spots that were there when we scrape it. I can only do this while the paint is heavy, and today's a really good day because it's cold out here, and I used to wonder if that was a bad thing, but I don't believe it is, because when it's cold the paint doesn't dry as fast, which will probably only be meaningful to people who can use that advice when spring comes for most of the country. Alright, before I get too involved in having my way with the black and white, I'm going to have to do my dustpan pour, which means I'm going to make this spatula go into the bucket. Keep your spatulas clean, and if you want spatulas, my resource is the Amazon link below, show more underneath the video, has the OXO omelet turning spatulas and the Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas. There's like 7 of those, 6 of them are great. I don't know what to do with the other one. Maybe someday somebody will make a suggestion to me. I just feel like doing whatever. You know what? Whatever includes putting some chain in here right now. Because everything that I do now could potentially be a backdrop to what comes next. I particularly like looping here. I like looping the chain around and then dragging it. Not that that was a great example of what miraculous thing can happen, because that was not miraculous at all. But I also like the leftovers on the chain, even when there isn't a lot, especially with black and white. My tile is moving far and wide in where it does not belong. Okay, that'll help me right there. And I've got 6 minutes left, so I had better I need that to stop running into that. Yeah, I haven't done that before. That's cool. I'd call that a lasso. Boy, this might have to be part of my black and white series. I could have lied. Well, you know what? I really want to do that dustpan pour. But we won't have any of this left. I can pretty much guarantee. I'm kind of happy that I put that weird texture in there though first. And that there's a nice little pool of white paint. That's kind of cool. Oh, I wonder if I have another one of these. So much for making a dustpan pour. Should have been a black and white. Do I still want to do it? I don't know. I'm thinking. Actually, I'm playing. There is enough paint on the canvas. Well, I'm thinking I'm going to keep this. Just because it's got some great texture, and I'm going to look at it and see if there's anything else I might happen to want to do while I throw that piece of chain in the bucket and tell you guys I do sell my artwork. And I'm going to grab a squeeze bottle of black and add a few marks here and there. Don't ask me why. I have no idea why, but I do want to do some other stuff to this, and I think that could include basting brush marks, which is something I like to do. I tried to do something that had this flavor a long time ago. It took me like lots and lots of videos, and it was successful, I guess, in the end, and a lot of people liked it, but I wasn't so sure how I felt about it. So now I'm just down to playing with the black and the white, and that's okay with me too. I'm going to grab I'm going to try not to go so much further that I ruin the nice effect that I have. I'm going to use my right hand and use the fact that the black and the white paint are wet. So I should tell you what I'm supposed to tell you, because they're going to run out of time pretty quick, I think. And that is, I do sell my artwork. I think I mentioned that. I also give classes at the house in Spring Hill. And if you're looking for merchandise to help me out, you could have a wonderful shopping experience at Teespring. The clothing under the video will take you, if you click on any of those links, any of those pieces of clothing are a link. It'll take you to my Teespring, where you can find all over print t-shirts and leggings and all kinds of other stuff too. But if you're not looking to go shopping and you're looking for a Facebook group to be a student in or to join us, that would be Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group. And if you're a fan or collector of my work, or you want to be a fan or collector of my work, look for Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Fans and Collectors. I want that to be a rounder circle. Pick it up. Yeah. Just make my circles a little better. I think practice will help you with that. I want some smaller circles, but I think there's some pretty cool, exciting stuff going on there. I do see a little canvas where I scratch through, which is a method I really did used to love, scratching. I'm just going to lay that chain in there. I could probably do it also with a spatula, and maybe I should. There aren't any dots in there. I don't know what this is, because it's definitely not plant life. And I don't know that I need many dots. If I want any at all, I'm going to be very cautious, because I know that this bottle in particular is very... I cut the tip. And if I hate those, I'll do something else. I don't love them, but I think that I can add a little bit of interest a couple of places. Oh, we got 53 seconds, darn. That's alright, I got 2 minutes after that. Yeah, that was unexpected. Oh well. I don't know what it is either. It's a snowflake. It's been a reoccurring current pattern. So far I haven't ruined it, and that's a good thing. There's a lot of cool stuff going on here that I happen to like a lot. I'm going to see if... Oh, do I want to... I wanted to waggle that. Alright, so that's me with 2 minutes left. If I set my timer. What else do I need to tell you? I would love it if you guys would consider giving me a thumbs up. I really could use the thumbs up, and if you want to be of assistance other than shopping, watching more of the video, the longer it runs, the more likely the YouTube algorithm is to include my videos in videos people watch a lot. And not a lot of people are watching my videos, although there are 84,000 subscribers. So I don't really get that. Oh yeah, you guys need to check it out. If you're not getting your notifications, you might want to check your computer's settings that it's allowing YouTube notifications. Otherwise, you might want to turn them on again, and I don't know if that'll work. You might want to also check and make sure that your subscriptions are active, because my husband's was stopped. And you know he wouldn't do that. Well, I know he wouldn't do that. So I love you guys. Like I said, there's 84,000 of you. And I've told you about the Amazon link under Show More. And I've had a really good time making this black and white by the seat of my pants. Just putting black on white and white on black. I don't know about that little star. I think maybe it needs to be a dark star. Or a spiral. Since it pretty much self-destructed when that paint hit it not in the center. That's alright. I don't mind that. Maybe a few more. Maybe if I steal some paint. Maybe I want some black paint in that other one. So I'm sure there's things I haven't told you about the Facebook pages. If you want to check out what I've been doing for a while, you can check the Shop Now button on Expressionist Art Studio, Totes, and more. It'll take you to my Fine Art America and Pixels.com, where there's, like, since 2013, there's a lot of stuff there. And even if you're not shopping, it's just a cool place to go check out. I have Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter, and the paint pouring recipe are under the video. I think I mentioned the paint pouring recipe earlier. I love you guys. I am going to torch this to release the bubbles in the paint, if there are any. And I think it's going to look pretty much like this when you see it again. I want to say thank you guys for the compliments. If you want to get in the monthly contest, it's a drawing at the middle of the month, actually, for people who contribute $10 to the studio to help me keep paint pouring. And thank you all for the help you've given me in the past to keep me painting. I love you guys. And I appreciate the comments that you leave me all the time to keep my morale up, because things are weird here, and they're probably not going to stop being weird anytime soon. So, this is Priscilla in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard. Too bad I didn't use that dustpan, but oh well. It's coming right up. Bye for now. Priscilla out. Do you want to see?
Yeah. Ooh, it's chilly out here. How cold?